What if the world's biggest phone factory, once buzzing with thousands of workers, shut down overnight? That's exactly what happened in India, and it reveals a much bigger story about the country's fight to become the next global manufacturing powerhouse. India's journey from colonial extraction to modern economic ambition is a roller coaster of missed opportunities, bold experiments, and fresh hope. In this video, we'll uncover how tax disputes, political red tape, and global competition shaped India's manufacturing dreams, and why its future may hinge on women, technology, and timing. The rise and fall of Nokia in India. Back in 2010, Nokia's factory near Chennai was among the largest on the planet. Over 15 million phones rolled out each month, employing thousands of mostly women workers. But just 4 years later, the facility closed after a staggering $1.5 billion tax dispute with Indian authorities. Overnight, more than 8,000 workers were left jobless, and the plant became a ghost town. This wasn't just Nokia's problem. Global companies like Vodafone and Cairn Energy faced similar retroactive tax battles. The irony? While Prime Minister Narendra Modi pitched Make in India to lure investors, India's bureaucracy often pushed them away. Learning from the East, Asian tigers, and China. To understand India's struggle, we need to look at its neighbors. Economies like South Korea, Taiwan, and Singapore, the East Asian tigers, embraced technology, cheap labor, and exports, becoming economic miracles from the 1960s onward. China took it a step further. Inspired by Singapore's efficiency and anti-corruption drive, Deng Xiaoping's open-door policy in 1978 unleashed foreign investment and mass manufacturing. With its massive workforce, China became the world's factory, averaging 10% growth for decades and lifting 800 million people out of poverty. India opened its doors later, in the 1980s and 1990s, but took a different route. Instead of low-end exports, it leaned on high-skilled services like IT and engineering. This created wealth for a small, educated elite, but left millions of low-skilled workers behind, a digital lifeline for entrepreneurs. Here's where technology steps in. With cheap smartphones and apps like Udaan, small Indian sellers now reach customers across the country. What once was limited to a single district can now scale to millions of buyers. Local Kirana shops, tiny mom-and-pop stores, are using digital platforms to purchase stock, secure credit, and expand faster than ever. Add to that government subsidies in sectors like electric vehicles and textiles, and India suddenly looks like a land of new opportunities. India's greatest advantage and its biggest hurdles, India's ace card, is its people. With a median age under 30, the country has 3 decades before its population begins to age, while China is already graying. This means over 500 million Indians could join the middle class in the next decade, driving massive domestic demand. But challenges remain. Since 2018, tariffs and import duties have risen, slowing global supply chains. Tax disputes still plague businesses, and crucially, only about 10% of Indians have salaried jobs. Most survive through casual labor, with little security. Even worse, women are largely left out of the workforce. India's female participation rate is half that of Bangladesh. Without tapping this talent pool, India risks falling short of its potential. Signs of change and a new model. Here's the good news. Tamil Nadu, once home to Nokia's abandoned plant, is now a hub for new factories, many hiring women. Ola's electric scooter factory is run entirely by women workers, challenging gender norms in manufacturing. Policies like GST have simplified some taxes, and retroactive tax laws have been rolled back. But automation adds a new twist. Can India still become a manufacturing giant in a world where robots replace cheap labor? Conclusion: India's path isn't about copying China. It's about finding its own model, The opportunity is enormous. A young population, digital transformation, and rising global demand for alternatives to China. But without fixing taxes, boosting female employment, and embracing fair competition, Make in India may become just Make for India. The question is, will India seize the moment or let history repeat itself? If you found this breakdown insightful, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into global stories shaping our future.